What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Neko, and if I look like I'm wearing the same shirt as the last episode, it is because I am, because I decided to continue on recording. So today we're gonna go ahead and dive on into the next part of what we've been working on, which is immersive engineering. Now, we left off where we needed to get copper wire, which we did. Now we need to get nickel plate. We also have glass that we need to make again because I just used it all to turn it into something else in the previous episode. And if you need to know what that previous episode was, then you might be living under a rock. So we actually got the glass that we need. We already got the copper wire. We need to grab the redstone, which we have. I am so grateful to chickens in this. I don't like breeding them because of how long it takes, but I am glad that I have them. So now we need to get the nickel, and nickel was next. So if nickel is next, it's got to be here on my wall because I could have sworn I've made a nickel chicken before. There you are. Ooh. So we're not gonna make multiple here, but we'll do that right there. We'll let that all kind of smelt up and smelt down. And while we're waiting on that to get down with its bad self, we're gonna go ahead and grab one casting basin and just start casting some more glass. That way we have glass laying around. So while this is all going on, I'll see you guys on the other side of this quick little cut. All right, so we got our nickel plate now. We can make some vacuum tubes. That is a lot of vacuum tubes. That's a lot of vacuum tubes. Do I really need that many vacuum tubes? You know what? We'll make 27 of them. We don't know what we need. So vacuum tubes, copper plates, and insulating glass. Now, what is insulating glass, you might ask? It's basically iron grit and green dye powder. Iron grit is done by crushing. Got some work to do. Absolutely not looking forward to this. Let's get a projector up and running and see if we can actually craft a crusher. So I took some time out to go look at my chickens, and then I remembered I had to do something. So I wound up creating the quartz grindstone in order to make iron grit. Now this one was a little harder to work with. I thought it was just going to be attached to a wooden axle, attached to a millstone. It needed a wooden crank, and I sat here for about the greater part of 20 minutes, literally trying to figure out how to make iron grit without actually needing a grindstone itself. So I wound up making that happen. And then I came over here to check on my chickens, and you guys know, I'm a chicken guy. So I've been checking on my chickens. I wound up creating enough iron grit, wound up creating some circuit boards. I made 6 of them. As you guys already know, we got vacuum tubes, we got steel mechanical components and all this other stuff. Now we're looking at creating a redstone engine. Now we need steel, which we already have put into our furnace here, into our smeltery. So we're gonna drop, that's probably not gonna be enough. Grab 2 more. So you need a little bit more steel, no big deal. While I'm sitting here thinking about it though, I'm gonna grab some treated wood. There it is. So we're gonna make the redstone engine, which is next. We needed to grab 2 pieces of glass. We do have 2 pieces of redstone that we can easily access. Need a piston. We should actually have pistons laying around. Okay, guys. Looks like I have misplaced my pistons. I moved and suddenly I can't remember where anything is or find anything in my base. Got a piston. Lucky for me, we had a piston. Now all we need is just 2 pieces of glass, which we can easily create here. Now that we got the extra steel in, drop 2 more ingots worth of steel. Let that smelt up. You can tell I'm very much disorganized these days. I wish I was more organized. I was organized, but I'm just gonna pour that out. Got the steel. I don't think I have any more glass left over, do I? Nope. All right. Well, the good news is we do have a glass chicken. We just haven't put them, we have put them into work. So we actually got 2 pieces of glass. We just smelted some, y'all saw, but I went ahead and just grabbed it. And now we have enough to create the redstone engine, which we will. I have no idea how to use this, but we now have a redstone engine, and this is apparently used to power our buildcraft pipes. Use the core sample drill to locate both ore vein and liquid under the surface per chunk. Okay. So core sample drill requires scaffolding and fence, as well as a light engineering block, which requires copper and iron. So I'm going to create 2 of those because that's all it requires right now. Steel fence requires steel rods. We still need to find a way to create the metal press. That is something that we need to make next. I really should probably make that because I think that is more important than anything else that we've got going on right now. So maybe that'll be the thing that we do today. Make the metal press. Nope. We still need scaffolding. It looks like we need a piston. Why do I need to guess when I can just hit the question mark? We need 2 steel scaffolding, 1 redstone engineering block, a piston, 2 conveyor belts, and then heavy engineering block. So the heavy engineering block requires 2 pistons and looks like I've got to go grab some more stuff. Lucky for us, we have all these resources. It's just gonna take a second for me to grab it all. Give me a second. So I was curious as to how to make the redstone alloy, and which is what is needed to continue on with the redstone engine. And I found out how to make the redstone alloy. It requires molten constantan, which we have, molten glowstone, which we're working on getting, and molten redstone. Now we're short on the glowstone because our glowstone chicken isn't the greatest right now. They're 1-to-1s. They're not producing as fast as I would personally prefer. I can't complain. We got a diamond chicken. We got a diamond. Okay. Ooh, we got blaze rod too. Oh, we set. We are set. Drop that one there. And then let me grab another roost and we'll go ahead and plop the diamond chicken in. Seems like everything just kind of went the right way for us today, huh? So we do got one diamond chicken. We're going to breed it up to get it 10-to-10, but you know, right now it's better for us to just go ahead and get to work for us, right? So we already have constantan. We've already got glowstone. We don't have a lot of glowstone. We could go into the nether, and if I need to go into the nether, then I'm going to need to, you know, do what I was supposed to do a few episodes ago, which I still haven't done since I've started kind of recording for you guys. This is all technically still one day for me, for me, multiple days for you guys. So I could go back into the nether, but if I go back into the nether, I'm gonna need more armor and better weapons. What to do? I do have two. I have two glowstone chickens. And the breeders are still breeding. So I can always just easily drop another chicken breeder in. It's gonna be a slow process getting them up to snuff. I wish there was an easier way to do it, but unfortunately there isn't a better way to do it. All right, well, we'll let them kind of get to work and figure out from there. All right, so I've come to the conclusion that what I want to do won't be possible. I know you guys are probably like, why, Neko? There's a reason why, and it's annoying to have to say it, but I'm just not fully prepared. So in order to be fully prepared, I went back, sat down and looked at the book, aka the book of Tinker's Armory, and I've come to the realization that if we use lead cores, electrum for the trim, and steel plate, I think we'll actually have a better armor than we've ever had. Now, of course, I have to be very careful right now of accidentally mixing these things, but I know we have electrum laying around. Yep, we got electrum ingots right there. Smelt some lead. We'll get the lead smelted. We'll get some steel in, and at the same time, we will do electrum. So with the lead in, we're just gonna go ahead and grab our casting table, and we're gonna cast both like 2 at a time. So we'll just do the chest plate core and the leggings core. Now this will all make sense because in the book, and I'll show you guys the book in a second, there's a reason why I wanted to do this way. Okay, we got everything we needed for the lead. This is when the molten electrum comes into play. Now we need 4 of these, or 3 of these. So I got to do this 3 times. That's 2. That's the 3 on the trims, the plates. I made plates like a crazy person of electrum. I wasn't supposed to. Plates would have been great, but we actually needed steel plates. So we just need to make 3 steel plates. Hey, I made a mistake. Mistakes happen. This is what happens when it's all in my smeltery. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes in the smeltery. And the last one is coming in. So the last one coming in, we'll just go ahead and grab everything that we need, minus the thing that I just messed up on. Now in the armor forge, we're gonna go ahead and just helmet, plate, trim. That looks wicked. Look at that helmet off the rip. So there's the rip, there's the helmet, there is the armor. That looks so good. And we're gonna go ahead and hit the leggings. Now, of course, you guys already know I'm sticking with the boots that we already have. So I have heavy shielding, voltaic, indomitable. This is going to be so awesome. Watch this. So, of course, I'm getting rid of the iron, and we're throwing on this new armor. And look at how wicked I officially look. I feel like I say I look wicked every time, but come on. Look at the purple highlight. Look at the yellow. Like you can see the glow. I look and feel amazing. But that's not where we're stopping right here. We also going to go ahead and create ourselves some new weapons. Now, as you guys know, I've been running with the sword, the knight sword. It's been great, but I'm going to go ahead and just call it is done. We've been using the iron pickaxe, which is supposed to have a mining level of diamond, but for some odd reason, we can't mine quartz, which is weird. So we're going to get rid of this too. And we're also going to get rid of the iron sword. We're going to go and put all of our other items in here. And now we got to look at the materials in you book for weapons. As you guys can see, my inventory is a little bit clearer because I've completely just cleared everything out that we don't need right now. We're still trying to make the redstone engine, but that is now on hold. Okay, because we need more glowstone. Now, as far as the weapons go, I was sitting here thinking and looking back, and I was like, well, we can use pretty much anything to make a weapon, but it would be kind of cool if we could make maybe our own sword, although I don't really want to. We've already made enough pickaxes. That's how we got the pickaxe with the sponge handle and all that. But I was thinking maybe we should go with something a little bit better. Something that really just kind of screams my style. And I was thinking shuriken, because those use knives, it's fast, it can be thrown. So I was wondering if I could make that happen. I don't know. It's a lot that I get to think about, but we'll figure it out. I was about to craft what I was gonna make and realized I needed the tool forge. Lucky for me, I just made it. So all we needed was just 4 knife blades, and I've made this shuriken. It's only got 41 shots, not a lot, but we are shocking, we're poisonous, heavy because it prevents knockback. It's sharp, stiff, splintering, and fractured. Now, of course, we're gonna have to work on learning this, but the electrum lead steel bone shuriken, that is a mouthful. Oh, it charges. I'm just gonna call it a shuriken. I don't need people knowing exactly what's in it, so I'll just call it a shuriken. You know, we've got mobs outside. Let's go try it out on them. All right, so we made it to a local corner here. Oh. Okay. Oh, that does a load of damage. You can see that they're taking damage, which is really cool. Even when I take damage, it's not like I'm taking a lot. Now, the cool thing about shurikens that I remember from Tinker's Construct when I did Sky Factory is that if I miss, I can still come back and grab some of them. So as long as I go and pick them up, I'll get them. So it charges. What does this affect? Speed. I get speed. Oh, that's overpowered. Oh, I'm all out of shots. We now know what this can do. All I got to do now is just use it and get more proficient with it. And if I get more proficient with it, that's good. Well, I made my new weapons. Made myself some new armor, and we just saw what the armor could do, and we saw what the weapons can do. I think we're officially set to go back to the nether. I've made what we needed to create the metal press. I have what we need, minus the conveyor belt and a few other things. But remember, I was chasing redstone alloy? I finally got it. So I was sitting back, you know, shooting some b-ball after school, and I realized I needed to chuck the glowstone in there. I threw the redstone in there, and then I also had the constantan that I put in there. As you can tell, there's still some left over in terms of constant and of course redstone. But we now have molten redstone alloy. Now, rather than I had to finish clearing out some glass that was just sitting there, I realized it's very simple for me just to do this, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. We have molten constantan. We're just gonna grab the ingot cast, and we're gonna go ahead and just cast ourselves some molten redstone alloy, and then we're gonna, oh crap, we were supposed to turn these into plates. Okay. No big deal. Got that a little later than I expected, but we've got a plate cast. We'll just make a few. All right, we've created 4 of these plates. That was easy. Now, of course, we need iron plates, which was next. I didn't get around to making iron plates yet, have I? I have not. So that was 4. We need 4. Okay. And we need the vacuum, which we put over here. And now we have the redstone. We have a redstone engineering block. Now that's good. We've got that knocked out. And we still need to create the conveyor belt. We need to make steel scaffolding. We need a piston. I made a couple since the last time. So we've already got a piston. We got redstone engineering block. But now we need steel scaffolding, 2 conveyor belts, and a heavy engineering block, which we have right here. And with that in our possession, now we need to look for a conveyor. Now, conveyor belts are going to be interesting because it looks like we can use leather, iron, and redstone. Leather, iron, and redstone. What do we have, guys? We have leather, iron, and redstone. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to grab any out my normal stores. We got redstone there. We're going to grab iron from our iron, and we're going to grab some leather from our leather chicken. We got another diamond chicken. Wow. He is taking that one was taking forever to try to get one. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We've got salt chicken, we've got lava, we got water. Glowstone chicken has created itself another glowstone chicken. We got another blaze rod chicken, and we've got another couple of gold chickens. So let's go ahead and chuck these guys in there. We've got glass, so we're gonna go ahead and chuck the glass guys in together while they're there. So we got 11 of those. Gold will be we've already done gold. We already did gold. And blaze rod. Okay, so we got blaze rod chicken. Might as well chuck that. Oh, we got ourselves a blaze rod, y'all. Look at that. It's a blaze rod. I haven't seen one of these in a while. So we needed the conveyor belts, which we can easily craft now. There we go. we got the conveyors, and now that we've got the conveyor belts, all we need is the steel scaffolding, which is simple to create. So we need steel ingots and steel rods. So we can easily make this. So we got steel ingots, and we'll have to use the anvil. Good thing is I saw where the anvil was. There's a hammer that goes with it. It's in one of these chests. I have seen it several times. There it is. We'll put this here, throw that there. Okay, that's 3 of those. We have everything we need now, officially. I can't believe it. It took multiple episodes for me to get this, but we've got steel scaffolding. And now all we have to do is just create the multi-block structure for the press. And I think I want my press to be over here. So I just need the scaffolding. Looks like the redstone, a piston facing down. Oh, gonna be a little tough. Scaffold. If only I can do it. Come on. There we go. Got the piston in. Get the redstone block and the 2 conveyor belts. One facing that way. And I think I'll just have that one go that way. And then I could probably put, I could put a chest and a hopper. Oh, my brain is working, guys. My brain is working. Okay. Will it work? I think that's too low. Let me take a look at this. I know exactly what I'm missing, guys. The heavy engineering block. So how does this work? I don't know, guys. I think this thing needs power. Yeah. We need power. That is something that we're missing still. Well, it was nice building that structure and taking 10 years to do it. Sorry, guys. But we need power. So if that's the case, then we need a windmill. We need some copper wire, which is copper plates and engineer wires cutters. You guys have seen me do this before, so I will skip ahead to that and I will see you guys on the other side. All right, so I made the copper and already put it into the copper wire coils. Now I'm just gonna take the copper wire coils around an iron ingot, turn that into a copper coil block, and then make that into a kinetic dynamo. Now that we've done that, we now need to create the windmill, which is an upgraded windmill from what you've probably seen over at Hugo's base. And if you haven't seen Hugo's stuff, you should really check out his stuff. We need to make the windmill blades, which are made of treated wood and treated wood planks and treated sticks. So that shouldn't be too hard for us to do. Let me swing back by our old base. And once I swing back by my old base, we'll have everything we need to get this started. And we can do the treated wood, which means I need to grab some coal. So while I'm working on this, go ahead and grab the coal, put the coal in there. We've got tons of oil. So actually what we really should make are some buckets. That's what we should make. We do have a bucket cast. I actually created one because I had a feeling that one day I was going to forget that I needed to make buckets. So I'll make some buckets and catch up with you soon. Okay, so we've got enough and we've used almost all of our stuff. So now we can create the new windmill. Whew. We've made several of the new things, including our dire wires, dire situation. Task is now complete, and we now need to insulate the wires. We don't have insulator. Now that requires us to use tough fabric or hemp cloth, which requires industrial hemp fiber. Well, we've got power. Let me make some more copper coils and see if I can bring that down and run that power in here and down. Something new to think about. So I completed the wiring for the press, which is right here. It's currently got power. This did not originally turn into a multi-block because the top block wasn't turned properly. So I finally got it to work. Then I had to run wires, which I did. And these wires are now running into a capacitor. That capacitor is now being powered from above the roof. I thought I was going to have a nice little underground base. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen with how these mods are set up, unfortunately. The good news is we got power. If you liked today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. Seriously. Come on. I need y'all's help. See you guys next time. Be easy, everybody.